Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well at your places. And today we'll be studying about degrees of comparison, right? Basically, this degree of comparison it comes under adjectives only because these are the adjectives which have three kinds of degrees of comparisons, that is positive, comparative and superlative, right? In positive we do not compare actually. Positive में सब कुछ बहुत normal होता है. Comparative में we used to compare, and in superlative we don't compare. It's like the superior one. So let's just begin with this by giving the example. Very easy for you to identify about the degrees of comparison. So it's degrees of comparison. There are three degrees of comparison. The first is positive degree. When we talk about one person without comparing on anything else, किसी से कुछ भी compare नहीं करना, सब कुछ normal चल रहा है. He is a smart doctor. वो एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा smart doctor है. Whereas in comparative, you have to compare the two persons or ideas against each other. एक दूसरे से compare करते हैं और हम क्या लगाते हैं? ER लगाते हैं at the end of our adjective. Like she is smarter than Smita. वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा smart है. किससे? स्मिता से. Because there is a comparison between two persons. This is pronoun and again this is a proper noun, right? Moving on to the next is superlative degree. When we compare three or more person, people, objects or ideas, we used to add est. est का मतलब क्या होता है? उसमें एकदम superior वाला. जैसे कि she is the smartest doctor in the city. वो डॉक्टर जो है इस सिटी में बहुत ही ज्यादा smartest है. अब we'll be adding how we will be forming this degrees by adding er and est to the positive degree. कैसे करेंगे हम? देखिए fast का क्या होगा? Faster, then it's fastest. Okay. Bright का क्या होगा? Brighter and brightest. Short का क्या होगा? Shorter and shortest. Tall का taller and tallest, right? Moving on to the next is by adding r and st to the positive degree of the adjectives that are ending with e. जो भी objectives हैं जिनमें end हो रहा है e से, हम उसमें क्या ऐड कर सकते हैं? r और you can say st. जैसे कि it's wiser and wisest, right? And it's safe का safer and safest. Brave का braver and bravest. Late का later and latest, right? Late का later हो सकता है और later हो सकता है. देखिए later का मतलब होता है बाद में और इसका मतलब भी बाद में. by adding er and st to the last consonant. और देखिए आप ये consonant भी है लास्ट में, इसमें हम क्या ऐड कर सकते हैं? er and est. so it's hotter and hottest, sad का sadder and saddest, right? fat का fatter and fattest, and wet का wetter and wettest. Moving on to the next, by changing the last y into I and then adding er and est. देखिए y को I में करना है, जैसे कि lovelier. y को हटाएंगे हम, I लगाएंगे और उसके बाद er और est, right? Moving on to the next is pretty का y को हटा के हम I लगाएंगे and then it's prettiest, iest लगा दिया हमने. Heavy में इसी तरीके से ier then heaviest. And merry का merrier and merriest. What do you mean by merry? Merry means happy. This is not that marry शादी वाला. by adding more and most before the positive degree से पहले, जैसे कि difficult का more difficult, most difficult, important का more important, most important. Next is beautiful का more beautiful, most beautiful, right? Confused का it's more confused, more most confused. Then again, when comparative degree and superlative degree they cannot form from the positive degree, then such adjectives are known as irregular adjectives. कुछ ऐसे adjectives होते हैं जिनमें कोई भी फॉर्मेशन नहीं हो सकता है पॉजिटिव से, मतलब जिनमें कोई भी आप फॉर्मेशन नहीं कर सकते हैं, ना ही पॉजिटिव से और ना ही कंपैरेटिव डिग्री से, तो हम उनको नॉर्मल ही इरेगुलर बोलते हैं. मींस जब कंपैरेटिव और सुपरलेटिव डिग्री दे कैन नॉट बी फॉर्म्ड, अगर कोई भी पॉजिटिव डिग्री से कंपैरेटिव और सुपरलेटिव डिग्री नहीं बन पाता है तो उसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? इरेगुलर एडजेक्टिव्स. जैसे कि गुड का बेटर एंड बेस्ट, बैड का वर्स एंड वर्स्ट, मैनी मच का मोर एंड मोस्ट, राइट? लिटिल का लेस एंड लीस्ट, राइट? Make sure that you will remember this because this part usually comes in your exam. And I hope you all understood this. It is actually connected to the adjectives only. Please make sure that you will revise the adjectives also. And please do your homework on your own, respectively, in your notebooks by identifying the adjectives. That is the degree of adjectives, right? And keep smiling and stay hydrated. Thank you.